going to give my voice. We have to clean the sport of boxing up. There's too many champions at these weight classes.
How do we start?
I mean, y'all the writers. Y'all have to say something about this. Y'all have to say something about this. If I was, I'm saying this era, it's easy to win a title. Anybody can be world champion in this era. One of you, anybody in the media, y'all guys, we can let y'all fight on the Southern Circuit and move y'all the right way. And in 24 months, y'all could be world. Everybody's world champion now. Everybody. So I just don't like it.
フロイドはですね、ボクシングについてちょっと、話したいということがあって、今我々ねチャンピオンになっているんですが、とにかく階級ごとのチャンピオンが多すぎると思います。一つの世界中に一つの階級で6、7人のチャンピオンがいて、もう誰もがチャンピオンになれるような、仕組みになってしまっています。これはなぜならば、ファイターはチャンピオンになったら、そこのコミッションに団体にお金を払わなければいけません。4団体の、チャンピオンである場合は4団体にお金を払わなければいけないような仕組みになっているんです。なので、今ベルトを持っている人たちの中で本物の人たちは少ないと思います。自分は常に得て、チャンピオンとしての価値高いものをベルトを得てやってきています。例えばロマチェンコなんかは400戦以上のアマチュアをやってきていますが、プロ3、4戦目で世界タイトルに挑戦するというのは自分は反対です。自分は世界タイトルに挑戦するまで17試合を行いました。自分はチャンピオンシップを行ってベルトを巻く資格があると思っています。とにかく私たちの競技にはチャンピオンが多すぎて競技自体が薄まってきていってしまいます。私の使命はこれからボクシングという組織、そういう組織そのもの仕組みをきれいにする、ための、使命があると思っています。自分が育ててもらって、受けた本をこのようにして返す。ただ金額とかお金で返すのではなくて、自分の声と、自分の行動でボクシング業界をきれいにすることで恩を返したいなというふうに思っています。記者さんの方からでそれをどうやって始めるのかという問いに関して、まずはあなたたち記者たちも声を上げるべきだと思います。あなたたちが書きなさい、都合悪いことも書いて、そこから一つずつ書いていくのが、みんなの使命ではないのかという、言葉をいただいています。So, we will now like to move on to face-offs. So, please, gentlemen, please stand up front. まず、face forward, please. Taking space again and take it with that. Okay, thank you everybody. We'd like to finish our first session of today's press conference. Thank you very much. Now we're going to reset the table for the second session. So those who want to stay, please stay. We're not
You want to still film and shine a big light in the scene.
And then Roger comes in as a trainer.
I don't really know, but I'm in the Hall of Fame. Here in the Hall of Fame because these are the guys that really helped me get to where I got to. Just to be able to be in the sport, like I said before, this is 26 years, almost 26 years as a professional. And I'm still having fun entertaining people.
Toughest opponents and easiest opponents, looking back at the picture.
Nothing was easy. All work is easy work, you know that.
How much money are you making for this fight? Or has that been announced yet?
We don't have to talk about that. You guys already know. I always get good. I always get good things.
Get on that.
Yes, absolutely. So, I'm Money Mayweather, so I have to get some good money.
Well, are you going to re-sign Tank? Is Tank going to re-sign Tank?
I'm not here to talk about Tank. He's a hell of a fighter. He's with us forever. I like Tank. I love Tank. He loves me. We have a great relationship. And we're happy. We always want to stay positive. The media always asks negative questions. So we're not talking about nothing negative. We're talking about things that's positive. Tank, I love you. We talk every day. Keep up the great work. I'm proud of you.
How's the face off right now? You're trying to move towards you with his head. Seen it all.
I didn't see it. I did this a million times. I don't really worry about a face-off. A face-off is not the real fight. You know, I do what I do. It's easy.
You know what I know about all of the opponents that I've covered the last 13 years?
Yes.
You throw them off their game plan. They each have a game plan, and once the fights are, it's over.
I mean, that's why, you know, the people that I'm competing against, they always have to have a game plan. My game plan is just to be me. That's the game plan, just to be me. I don't worry about nothing. Never nervous. Don't care who in front of me. They're all the same.
Floyd,
It seems like you're really enjoying things right now in your life, Floyd. Is that safe to say? Is that you seem like you're having fun, enjoying yourself?
I've always enjoyed life. Every day I wake up is a blessing. So I'm enjoying life just each and every day. Children is healthy, parents is healthy, grandson is healthy. I'm working out.
Your grandpa.
Absolutely, I'm a grandpa. Proud to say I'm a grandpa. And my grandson he's a great little boy. I feel good every day. I work out and just enjoying life. That's what it's really about.
hey Floyd, so in boxing, your voice is essentially the gospel. When you say a fighter's name, everyone looks them up and things like that. Just wanted to see like what fighters are you checking out and what fighters are, as a fight fan, should definitely tune in with.
I mean, there's so many young fighters out there. I mean, I'm proud of all these young fighters. Very, very proud of these fighters. A lot of times you'll hear, it's so crazy, like, even like you guys are different fighters. If I don't want to give you guys an interview, then you guys will talk negative. So you talk negative about me, and you guys will talk negative about, you know, you guys will plant seeds in certain other writers because I don't want to give you guys a story. At the end of the day, I'm entitled to feel the way I want to feel. If I don't want to give you a story, I don't have to give you a story. And it's just simple and plain. Everything ain't for everybody. So if I don't, you know, I've done this since I've been doing interviews since the 80s to now. So some days I just want to spend time with my family and be at ease and be at peace. If that's safe to say.
Yeah, and I've heard you praise guys like Duran Ennis and David Benavidez. Those are some fighters that.
It's not really praising fighters. It's just giving guys their props. Saying, yo, this guy can fight.
You talked about the possibility of bringing in an NBA team here to Las Vegas. What would that mean to you?
I truly believe if I do or I don't, which I'm going to have a team, whether it's in Vegas or it's not in Vegas. I will have a team. I've been working on that for a good while now. So you know, it's like I've been working behind the scenes. I've been working behind the scenes. I didn't want to bring it out until, you know, it was engraved in stone.
You'd prefer Vegas, though, wouldn't you?
Oh, absolutely. We would choose Vegas first. Absolutely. I got to make sure that you cover all the games.
You have to.
I have to. Absolutely.
And Floyd, Mayweather Promotions is the past, present, and future. So the future of sports now that we're here with you today, would you expound on that today?
Like when I always said, Mayweather Promotions, we are the past, the present, and the future of sports and entertainment. So a lot of times people say, oh, there's so many other companies and so many things that I'm involved with outside of boxing and in boxing that don't say Mayweather on it, but they're my companies. And I have so many fighters, and I spoke about that yesterday when I was on the podium for the Hall of Fame. I spoke about me and Al Heyman. You know, some call him my mentor, some call him my manager, some call him a second dad. Call him whatever you want to call him. He's a great man. He's my partner. He's a second father. He's a great person. He's a shrewd businessman. And we can choose another person that's compatible with me to be in the sport of boxing. Great person.
What do you think of Spence Crawford? Two great fighters. You know both of them personally.
Yeah, and I seen you know, sometimes on I think it's ESPN, a couple of times you guys had seen me go out there and say certain things are false. When I tell you certain things are false, when I go out there and say, when I speak about certain things, please listen to me. I'm not just saying this. A lot of times a fighter may retweet something. Remember, I'm behind the scenes. Terrence Crawford, hell of a fighter. But I seen, if I'm not mistaken, someone threw a date out there or a month.
October 28th, they said in Vegas.
Not true. Not true.
October 29th.
Not true. Now, when it's true, y'all hear from me first, or y'all hear from Fight Hype.
Floyd, by the way, Justin Bieber's going through a rough time now, health-wise. What would you wish him? He's a good kid, you know.
It won't be announced.
It's not that, you know, I don't, like I said before, so many things that I can really talk about that I'm not going to talk about. Remember, just because the guy, and you know, I love ESPN, but the ESPN, just because they got boxing writers and they're paying these guys, doesn't mean they're right. So when you see Fight Hype post, like when you see a text message from me and you see I say this is not true, or that's no different from when Amir Khan was saying that oh yeah, me and Floyd just talked about doing an exhibition. That wasn't true. Amir Khan seen me in Dubai. When Amir Khan seen me in the lobby of the Armani Hotel, when he seen me, he said, "Get on my video with me." I got on this video with him. He was recording our talk. Said, "Hey, whatever." Next thing you know, he said, "Me and Mayweather talked about doing an exhibition," which is not true. A lot of times, remember this, and this is the reason why I do it. The reason why I give Fight Hype the story first is because of this. When nobody gave me a chance, and everybody was talking very, very disrespectful about me, when I stood up to the plate to try to clean up the sport of boxing and said, random blood in urine testing, not just for my opponent, but for me also. Now remember, it's so many fighters that have died and got hurt in the sport of boxing. Remember, the most important thing is your health. So these fighters should be able to have everything up here when their career is over. That's the great thing about my career. You know why they don't like me? Because I win. And sometimes I'm like, damn, well, we want to see him lose once, or we want to see something happen, because all he do is win. This is what God wanted. This is what God wanted. You know, so, and it's just like, they say, well, Floyd, how did you become the bad guy in the sport of boxing? How did you become the bad guy? Well, I became the bad guy. I wanted to be my own boss. I wanted to take over my career. So once I took over my career to do the things that I wanted to do, to take the money and to promote myself, put a little bit of money everywhere, because I was with a promoter who would just promote me in one area. Who don't want to be their own boss? I want to be my own boss. And I talk about a lot of these guys, a lot of these fighters out here talking about, yeah, I got my own promotion, my own promotion company. How? You can't even advance a fighter $1 million. You can't advance a fighter $2 million. When you can advance a fighter $3 million and $4 million, then you can become a promoter. Until then, let us promote you.
Floyd, I'm also just curious in the future, training is something that we talked about, fighters, and is that something we can look forward to, the trainer version?
I think that,
because we've seen it with Devin and Javante.
but a lot of times, I think, honestly, it has something to do with me. Not to do with Pretty Boy Floyd, but Money Mayweather. You know, Money Mayweather, that's all the fighters want. I want to get paid, I want to get paid, I want to get paid. Pretty Boy Floyd, I really put in work before the money. The money came down the line. No, but remember, and I know a lot of, and you know, I love heavyweights, because when I was a kid, the heavyweights and the welterweights was, you know, they were the shit. Sorry, but you know, we grown. The heavyweights and the welterweights, they were, they were the shit. But when I came in, I put the heavyweights out of business. But then I brought crazy money to the small weight classes. This is what I did in the sport of boxing. So now it's so jacked up. All the fighters want, I just want to get paid. I just want to get paid. I just want to get paid. Before I got paid, I put in a lot of hard work. And that's what it's about. These guys wouldn't be getting the money that they're getting if it wasn't for me. I changed boxing totally. And we will continue to keep random and random blood testing and random urine testing. We have to. Let's clean the sport up. Let's be on the even playing field. Remember, Fight Hype treated me fair. They said, yeah, you're right. And then everybody, you know, I see you guys. I was like, okay. So every now and then I go, you know, I go on my laptop and check it out. It was like, yeah, Mayweather fought Pacquiao when he was over the hill. Well, I'm older than Pacquiao. And then they say, oh, he fought De La Hoya when De La Hoya was over the hill. We both was in our 30s at the same time. You know, then they say, oh, he didn't fight Canelo at the right time. Well, Canelo, I was almost 40. Canelo is the same age that Devin Haney is at right now. These are the things that, you know, that these media, these people write about. When y'all write, y'all really got to know the sport. And I'll say this on record. Nobody knows more about boxing than Floyd Mayweather.
Floyd, last time you were in Japan, your son Karan walked you out with a song. You have new music coming out. Do we expect him to walk you out again?
You know, my children, I never push my boys to be fighters. You know, fighting is, most time when you're fighting, you come from poverty. Most time we fight, we come from poverty. So, you know, we got a chip on our shoulder. You know, and yesterday when I was on that podium, not the first day, when the tears of joy, but we're gonna talk about the second day. A lot of those fighters was upset about me. You know, everybody had the chance to speak and say what they wanted to say. I just spoke the truth. Did I lie? So I just want to make sure. Did I lie yesterday? I'm not the highest paid fighter ever.
What?
Okay. So we got that right. I didn't do the biggest gate ever. Multiple. Okay. So we got the 10 out of the 10 biggest pay-per-views. Right? I don't have 6. I got the top 4 and I got 2 more. Okay, 60%. Okay, so I didn't buy myself on my contract for $750,000. So in 3 fights I didn't make $750 million. All I did was tell the truth. I don't, you know, you guys, whenever you guys go to New York, when you guys want to go to my building, just let me know. This is what I do.
Floyd, can you tell us about One Vanderbilt a bit? I know that's.
Oh man, man, I just had a meeting in One Vanderbilt the other day. So you know, we putting a new project together, all throughout the U.S. You know, it's all about giving back because the ultimate goal is I'm building certain centers for the homeless, as well, you know, as well as the less fortunate, for jobs. I want to make sure, you know. They're able to get 3 meals a day. I'm gonna do that all throughout the U.S. I'm building certain centers. But first, I must take care. We've got these huge real estate projects that I'm building all throughout the U.S. And total, what that will be bringing in is, with me and my team, is $300 million a month. So these are the things that I'll be working on. You know, a lot of times, like I said before, it was like, oh, Mayweather, all he do is he buy jewelry, he buy cars. That's what y'all believe. You know, like I said before, intelligent as well as smart.
Any of those centers here in Vegas planned yet?
Absolutely, because I heard that Vegas got, you know, when I first, you know, the day before yesterday, it was Tears of Joy. But when I was, remember this, on All Access and 24/7, we used to feed the homeless. We showed that part of Floyd Mayweather, but they never like to show that. They never like to talk about that. They just want to be negative because they mad that a kid that comes from poverty and comes from nothing was able to, use his mind and maneuver and make his way to the top. And they wanted to see me fail because I'm happy to speak out and talk about, you know what? It feels good to make a lot and to give back to my loved ones and put them in position to be entrepreneurs. Because, but let me talk about when I went, when I was feeding the homeless in Vegas when I first seen it. So I was thinking that I was going to just hop in one of my cars, ride over there, and just go see the homeless and feed them. I didn't know it really was that bad. As soon as I seen it, I was like, oh shit, I started crying. I said, shit, this is bad. So, and then when I'm in, I got a house in Beverly Hills. We go bike riding. I also got different things that I own throughout LA. We like to go bike riding, so we went bike riding. We like to go bike riding downtown, and I seen a Skid Row. So when I seen Skid Row, I said, you know what? I'm gonna help get back to Vegas, LA, New York, Chicago, just all throughout the U.S. where we have extremely bad poverty. I will give back and build centers.
Hey Floyd, you mentioned a while ago that a documentary will be coming soon one day. Just any updates on that? Obviously, fans will love to watch these intimate moments, especially in the Hall of Fame.
It's going to be really hard to do my documentary. I was like the first. So if you guys don't know, I've been filming my life behind the scenes from 1996 to right now. All behind the scenes from 1996 all the way to right now. I never knew that people was gonna be able to do document. I just filmed it just to have for myself. So when you guys get a chance to see it, you guys are gonna. I mean, I don't have no plans on putting it out, but I'm pretty sure.
We gotta see some of those '90s, like
What you guys gonna see is a lot of me boxing. Like I boxed everybody. I boxed everybody, and it's so crazy. Like I had a lot of great days, I had a lot of bad days in the gym. But I tell them I never have bad paydays.
Dimitri Salita told me a story that one time a big heavyweight, a known heavyweight, challenged you. You told Leonard to go get your bag and you dropped him with the body shot.
In a boxing gym, it don't count. You can have good days, you can have bad days. A lot of times guys do good in the gym. They be happy. They feel like if you're doing good, if you've done it good with Floyd Mayweather in the gym, I want a world title, Well, you got to look at this now. Slow down. You go home to an apartment. I go home to a palace. There's a difference. When you say your name, when they say these fighters' names, they say thousands and millions. When you say Money Mayweather, you say billions.
Kobe Bryant was very passionate about helping the homeless. Why are you passionate about that cause? You could do anything, you can help anybody. Why is it the homeless? Why that cause?
It's just my calling. It's just my calling to give back. Be able to stay in a place nice and warm, be able to take a shower, 3 meals a day. I'm gonna give back.
And so, Floyd, with the exhibition world,
I got you.
yes. So, with those, how are you presenting them now and regarding the yes. So, with those, how are you presenting them now and regarding the future? Are you opening them up for others, entertainers, and other fighters?
Well, I spoke to Andre Ward. If you guys seen us talking on stage, at the International Boxing Hall of Fame, we was talking on stage. Andre Ward was talking to me, and it's crazy. Andre Ward said he didn't mind doing an exhibition against Jake Paul. Now, my guy right here, this is the guy that's behind the scenes that made the Conor McGregor fight happen, the Logan Paul, the first exhibition in Japan, this exhibition in Japan, the Don Moore. This is the guy right here that's behind the scenes that makes everything happen. This is the guy I'm always talking about. And he said somebody reached out to him. He don't really like to do interviews because he's behind the scenes. They reached out to you and said what? The Logan Paul kid.
Part two.
He want part two. Now remember, this is the same guy that said he did get paid. So a lot of times stop listening to all the bullshit that people, like I said, clout chasing. You know, when you bring Floyd Mayweather name up, you stay relevant. You know, I'm always the reaction. I'm not the action, I'm the reaction.
Floyd, with WrestleMania coming to your backyard in a couple of years, are you going to give Big Show that rematch?
Oh, WrestleMania coming? Ooh, I ain't seen wrestling in a long. Okay, I'm sorry. I have to go do an interview. You know, you guys, you know I like to do. You guys caught me today. I really like to talk.
Thank you, Floyd.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Congratulations again.
So they want me to make sure that, you know, they want me. Everybody leave. You want me to talk over there or talk right here? Oh, what was it? They don't want me to talk like that.
Don't worry. Appreciate it, Floyd. Congrats.
Thank you, Floyd.
On record or not?
Who, me?
Yeah.
I'm a record person and all over the world.
Hi, RJ.
Hello, Miss Nurse Valerie.
Well,
So nice to see you.
It's good to see you too. And it's rising. Okay, ready? I'm Valerie McConnell. Okay, I'm Valerie McConnell with I'm Valerie McConnell of Now TV Network Fight Night here.
All right, people, we are about to start the second session of the press conference.
Tough, but.
I ain't lying. Let me tell you how much you look like Halle Berry's mother. I'm in New Orleans at my kid at the festival.
Everybody, that's good. I look like a light.
Oh, you got one look at that babe.
Down Hammond style.
Excuse me. What's up, Floyd?
Good job, Kim.
Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Appreciate you.